From day one, I said that my goal was to be the very best in the history of this industry. Not one of the best, the best. This is my moment, all right? Seth Rollins, architect of a dream. Except for it seems to me that you're the one who must be dreaming if you ever think you're gonna get another shot at my title. I'm the future of the entire WWE.
Hey guys, this is Chase, that guy with the gloves. And today we're going to do a review on the WWE Elite Series Toys R Us exclusive Seth Cashes In, Seth Rollins. This is a badass figure. I truly love it. One of the best of the year. What you have here is basically a repaint of the Elite 37 Seth Rollins. A little bit of a difference in skin tone that I noticed. I noticed that this one is a little bit paler compared to the Toys R Us exclusive one. And the blonde highlight in his hair is just a shade lighter than what's on the Toys R Us one here. And obviously there's the big difference in attire. This is what Seth Rollins was wearing at Money in the Bank 2014. And this black with gold trim attire, Seth Rollins wore this for the first time at WrestleMania 31, where he took on Randy Orton in a losing effort. Got an amazing RKO curb stomp spot out of it. But later in the night, Seth took his Money in the Bank briefcase here and used it to cash it in during the Brock Lesnar-Roman Reigns match and walked away with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So, let's look at the accessories first. First up, we have the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, I do like the way this looks versus the other ones. I wasn't a huge fan of the red or blue ones that much. I did kind of like the way the blue one looked, but this gold Money in the Bank briefcase just looks amazing. On the back of it, they got the WWE logo there. It's the new logo. And on the front, it's got the Money in the Bank symbol. Looks great. And I like the color on it too. You can pop this thing open and use it like an actual briefcase. Although this is more like a freaking luggage carrier. I mean, have you seen this in scale with Seth Rollins? This thing is huge. I kind of wish they would have made this more to the size of Ted DiBiase's briefcase or IRS's briefcase that's going to be coming out in the Elite Series 40. But that's just me. It's a little nitpick. I just wish this was smaller. Okay, and here is the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I've heard some complaints online that people were not happy that this belt doesn't really have a big giant plastic plate on the back of it the way the old ones used to. They're more or less concerned about the fact that this was just a strap with painted on molded pieces. Now, I do like having the plates because I can switch them out and make custom belts and stuff like that, but here's the thing. I happen to think this turned out really good. The belt's a little bit slimmer and it fit on Seth Rollins' waist a lot easier. And I think this might be Mattel's new model going forward, and I happen to like it. I think it's a pretty cool design. Now, basically what this belt is, it's a redesign of the WWE Championship that was debuted with The Rock in 2013 after he defeated CM Punk. It's just a small redesign. They added the new logos to it. Yeah, so they got rid of the big champion that was right here at the bottom of it. And right here it's supposed to say World Heavyweight Champion. And here is a comparison shot between these two Seth Rollins figures, at least in the face. I don't know what it is. I really like the way the Toys R Us one looks more versus the Elite 37. I think the face just turned out a lot better. I'm also a much bigger fan of the way the blonde highlights look in his hair versus how he looked in like 2014. It just looks a lot cooler. It looks actually a little more sinister the way they did the blonde highlights versus just having, half of your entire hair be blonde, kind of the way he's got going on over here. So yeah, really big fan of the way this face looks. You can kind of tell that it's not perfect though. They missed a little spot in his beard right here. I can see the molding where the hair is, so I'll just have to fix that up. And you can kind of tell there's a spot here where it's like almost a flat black, and then it goes into a gloss black. So that just looks kind of weird. I do really like the way his attire looks, though. It looks so freaking cool with the black and the gold. I was a huge fan of this when he debuted it at WrestleMania 31. The gloves look pretty good, not much to them there. See, on the front of his pants, he has a belt buckle with the SR symbol on it. Kind of wish that could have been molded onto his attire. That would have looked really cool, but it being painted on, it looks pretty good. The gold trimming on his knee pads and attire, again, this just looks really, really well done. And the knee pads, unfortunately, the gold isn't perfect all the way across, but it looks great from the front, so it's just something I'll have to fix up. And he's got these basic kick pad boots. Nothing special. So, the articulation on the Toys R Us exclusive Seth Cashes in, Seth Rollins. His head can rotate 360 surprisingly easily. His arms bend in and out, rotate all the way around. Upper shoulder rotation, bends at the elbow, rotates at the wrist, can go in and out. At the ab crunch, waist articulation. Now, I've heard some people complaining about the leg articulation and the hips on the Elite 37, that they just don't stay out very well. I can say for certain on the Toys R Us exclusive one here that it's working out pretty well. No issues with it. Upper hip rotation. Double bend in the knee. Rotates at the boot. The boot does rock a little bit side to side. And they can go backwards and forwards fairly easily, which is a rarity when I do these reviews. And last thing, Seth Rollins' tattoo running down his spinal cord here, his Bushido tattoo, looks really good. It's really super clean, and as far as I can tell, it is 100% accurate. Overall, I think this figure is badass. I thought the packaging on it was pretty cool. If you want to see my thoughts on that, check out my top 10 WWE Mattel action figure boxes. Now for the figure, I love the way the face looks. I love how the hair looks too, the way they did the highlights on it. I wish the beard could have been a little bit more consistent. The tattoo on his back looks great. His attire looks really cool. There are some paint defects on the knee pads, but nothing too major, nothing I can't fix myself. I love the way the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt looks. His Money in the Bank briefcase, this is a cool accessory as well. I just wish it could have been a smaller version of it rather than this giant toting luggage bag thing. But whatever. So, overall, what's my score for this figure? Given the very few defects that it does have and my own little nitpicks, I'd have to say the Seth Rollins is damn near perfect. Alright guys, this was Chase from Burnout Inc. That guy with the gloves. Please be sure and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out all my social media accounts down below. And you can always reach me at thatguywiththegloves@gmail.com. See you next time.